Hey guys, I'm back. And yeah, my last video got 19 views. So I figured since I was on a roll, I might as well make another one. Uh, Basically, in the beginning, like I said, I don't have a big budget. I'm just some guy talking about credit. I've had some success with credit. So I'm going to share with you guys what I know and how to get to where essentially I am at this point. Uh, just from the last video, my credit scores are in the high 700s. The next time, what I'll do is I'll show a picture just so you guys can see what it is. Um, those are my FICO scores, not my FACO scores, which are people normally consider companies like Credit Karma or Credit Sesame your FACO scores. That's not the real score. I think my Credit Karma score is about 600 and something, which makes absolutely no sense. But hey, my FICO scores are 780, 790. That's all that matters. So basically, like I said, I'm a guy. Uh, no one ever really taught me about credit. So what I'm going to do is share with you just basic things that you need to do to improve your credit and just grow. So again, while I figure out how to work my program, work the software, just figure out how YouTube works, you're gonna have to excuse the shoddy formatting and editing. Like I said, I'm doing this all myself. And I have zero experience in editing. So just like if I pause and then I'm over here and then I'm over there, please just bear with it while I figure this out. So I guess the first thing I needed to come up with some snazzy YouTube saying like there it is or whatever it is. So what I came up with is something that's basically simple. It's never too late to start, and it really isn't. If you're, like I said, if your credit scores 380, if your credit score is a 600, if you skipped a payment, if you missed a payment, it's never too late to get started. The sooner you get started repairing your credit, the sooner you get started building your credit, your future self is going to thank you. Like you may not feel it right now in this moment, but in 3 years when you need your first car, you want to get an apartment, your job does a credit check, your insurance does a credit check, you're going to wish you had taken the steps 3 years or 4 years prior, so that you don't run into eventual problems. So the one thing I know, a lot of people they work on the Cash App, Chime. One of the first things you got to do is just open up a bank account. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like a Chase account. There's Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. Open up a bank account. Like I said, the like most of my time when I was younger, I spent getting money orders and prepaid gift cards. We didn't have Cash App My Day. That would have made things easier. We didn't have PayPal really. We didn't have Zelle. So open up a bank account. You know what I'm saying? Just get your direct deposits from your work deposited to those bank accounts, because the one thing you want to do is start building up that proof of income, proof of those deposits. At some point, you're going to need them for something. So open up a bank account. The second thing you need to do is open up a secure credit card. Like I mentioned before, I would definitely go with secured credit cards that unsecure with time of good behavior. That would be like a Bank of America secured card, a Discover card, something like that, a Citibank preferred card, something that will unsecure over time rather than sitting there with your money indefinitely. Capital One, like I said in the past, used to unsecure the credit cards. They don't. So I would kind of stay away from that. But under no circumstances do not open up a predatory lending account. And I mean, by that, I mean like First Premier or Credit One, something like that. They charge you $80, $90, whatever it is. It's just not worth it. It's one of those situations. It's better to have no credit. And just your first credit card should be a secured credit card, as you can see from my thing right there. Okay, secondly, you basically, whenever you go to the doctor, you go through the checkup, you do the blood work. They got to figure out what's wrong with you. So the second thing that you want to do is get a credit check just to see where you stand. And there's a lot of places you can go for free. Credit Karma, Credit Sesame. There's NerdWallet. and all those guys, they give you the Vantage score, which is different than your FICO score. It'll still show you what's on your credit report, good or bad. So you kind of have to know where you are, so you know what you need to fix. If you don't have a credit score, if you don't have anything on your credit report, that's even better. But if you have shoddy credit, missed payments, foreclosure, you just need to know where you stand. So get that credit check just so you know what work you got to do. Secondly, the next thing you got to do at that point, you have to fix the bad things on your credit report. And you can do this in several different ways. I'm sure at some point in the future, I'll explain different ways that I did it. I was able to successfully remove 22 negative marks, 23 negative marks from my credit report. And ultimately what it comes down to is, hold on a second, let's see. No, so first of all, let me say this is what I did. This is my personal experiences. You can do this stuff if you want. But again, these are my personal experiences and things that I did to help me out. So, okay, I got the disclaimer out the way. So basically, what I did in some situations, you want to pay for delete when you can. Some companies will remove the negative mark from your credit report if you pay them. So let's say you owe Fingerhut $200, okay, and it's a collection. It's on your account. Call them and say, I ran into hard times. Could you please remove this from my credit report if I pay the $200 balance? And a few things will happen. They'll say, well, yes, Mr. Jones, we'll remove that if you send in a payment. What you want to try to do is get that in writing first before you pay that, so that you have some type of documentation. If it doesn't come off of your credit report, you can send it into the bureaus and you can get that removed. Okay, so then if they say, well, no, you can't, then sometimes what it comes down to is there's a person on the other end. Okay, I don't have any kids, don't plan on having any kids, but my daughter and I, we're trying to find an apartment, and that Fingerhut bill is keeping me on the streets. I mean, so basically what you want to do, just realize there's a human on the other end. They're going to help you out if you give them the opportunity to help you out. Like sometimes you have to make things sound a little bit dire, but hey, this is your financial future. You do whatever you take to fix it. So if you have to, if I have to make up one or two kids and the kids have a broken toe, and then I can't take them to school, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that person on the other end may say, you know what, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna fix this right up. Let's get this taken care of. And that worked for me in some situations. Again, your mileage may vary, but when it comes to things and just securing your future, just getting things, sometimes you want to do whatever you can. Otherwise, you have to wait 7 years or longer. All right. So then, when you get the secured credit card, when you're able to successfully remove some items from your credit report, when you fix some stuff that's wrong, what you want to next work on is just getting a different credit mix. Okay, so different components make up your credit score. Your credit mix is one of them, and basically what that means is if you get bonus points if you have a credit card, if you have an installment loan, if you have a mortgage. So what you want in addition to a credit card, you want a loan. And I mean, it's like it's a never-ending cycle. How can you get a loan with no credit? So what they have are secured loans. So if you go to Wells Fargo, you have an account, you give them $1,000, they put it in a CD, you get interest on that, but you also pay interest on your loan. But after 12 months, you get your money back, and then you have a paid loan on your credit report, or you can do it for 2 years or 3 years, but you want to get that credit mix, have different kinds of credit, and you'll get all of the bonuses available to boost your credit score. That's about all I have for today. Like I said, I have my ring light. It's good. Things are getting a little bit better. I have a little remote control here, so I can turn my phone on and off. And what I want to try to do is I want to make these videos as genuine as possible. So there aren't going to be a whole lot of tapes. There's not going to be a whole lot of editing, unless my channel grows to the point where that makes a lot of sense. But stick around, and like I said, I'm gonna talk to you, just a real person. This is stuff that I've gone through, and I have something for you guys again soon, hopefully within a day or two. But again, it's never too late to get started. Let's make that day today. Let's do it.